So, how does a legacy brand, a brand that's basically on the brink of failure, pull off one of the biggest comebacks you've ever seen? Well, let's break down the legendary turnaround of Mahindra. Just a few years ago, one of India's most iconic automakers was hitting a wall. And I mean hitting it hard. But what happened next wasn't just some small recovery. No, this was a complete reinvention that basically rewrote the rules for the entire industry. Okay, so back around 2017, Mahindra kinda had a split personality. Out in rural India, they were the undisputed king. Tough, durable, practical. But in the cities, that same rugged image was actually a huge problem. Urban buyers were all flocking to brands like Maruti, Hyundai, and Kia because they felt modern, slick, and desirable. It was a classic brand crisis, right? Their cars felt kind of dated, they had almost zero appeal in those big city markets, and they were just getting outclassed by the competition. Mahindra wasn't just stalling out, they were getting left in the dust. So how in the world did they fight back? This wasn't about making a few small tweaks here and there. Nope, it was a radical, three-part strategy that changed absolutely everything. First up, they made a super brave decision: radical focus. They just stopped trying to be everywhere at once. They pulled out of sedans, they pulled out of hatchbacks. Instead, they went all in on what they've always been known for: SUVs. The new goal? Don't just compete in the category. Own it. Completely. Now, here's what's really interesting. The second move wasn't about some splashy new ad campaign. It was all about engineering. They knew they had to win with the product itself, first and foremost. And boy, did they back it up. They unleashed this blitz of game-changing new vehicles. I'm talking about the new Thar, the XUV 700, the Scorpio-N. These were not just minor updates. These were ground-up reinventions, packed with premium interiors and advanced tech that completely shattered that old utilitarian image. And the third move? Honestly, it was genius. Instead of just dumping millions into traditional ads, they built a community. They started creating owner clubs, organizing these epic road trips, and just encouraging people to share their own adventures online. They basically turned their most passionate customers into their most powerful marketers. So, you've got a focused strategy, incredible new products, and a passionate community. The big question is, did it actually work? Well, the results were nothing short of spectacular. Demand absolutely exploded. I mean, the waiting lists for their new cars stretched on for months and months. And that's a huge sign, right? That scarcity was fueling this incredible new sense of desirability. So here's the crucial point. In just a few years, they went from being seen as a simple, functional utility vehicle company to a truly aspirational lifestyle brand. All of a sudden, younger, urban buyers were lining up to get a Mahindra, not just because it was practical, but because of the status, the identity, and the whole experience it represented. So what's the big lesson we can all take away from this incredible turnaround? It really comes down to two simple but super powerful ideas. First, focus always beats diversification. Trying to be everything to everyone just wasn't working. And second, a great product is and always will be your best market. We break down the strategies behind iconic business stories just like this one all the time. Make sure you follow so you don't miss what we break down next.